got my haircut too short, and now my helmet feels funny. Brake clips is kind of hit or miss. I also got new gloves, because those floppy, gross leather things that I was wearing started developing holes in the fingers, and I realized it's probably time. So these are just cobalt work gloves, and there's like pads on the palms, and it feels like I've got fat hands or something, and there's like skin folding up under my palm. It's gross. Hopefully that breaks in a little bit and goes away. So I still haven't fixed this bike. I mean, I'm fairly certain the running issues were related to the altitude, but there's no reason why the bike ran that bad because of that altitude. There's something going on with the carburetor. I still haven't changed the spark plug because I can't get the f***ing spark plug out. I've got a ratchet set for, like, you know, normal things, and the spark plug sockets don't fit in between, like in the hole where the spark plug is. So I have to order a special tool just to get it out. Like, I actually went to Lowe's today and I bought a shitty one from Lowe's in like the gardening center for a lawnmower, and it doesn't even fit. Like, it's not long enough to even get the little bar in there, but I don't even think it fits the spark plug. It certainly doesn't fit a socket because I tried to turn it with a socket wrench and it just stripped. I don't do nearly enough maintenance on this bike. You'd think I'd have that done by now, but I don't. I mean, by the time you're watching this, I probably will. I'm on my way to go wash this motherfucker because it's so dirty. I haven't washed it in forever. I guess I gotta treat it like I care about it, right? But I'm sure this bike's be happy just covered in dirt. So I was gonna make a video where I changed the spark plug, and we all laugh because that's not what the problem is. Instead, I'm just going to get around that guy and wash my bike. Oh fuck, this is my turn. Now I feel like a douche. No matter how many times I go places out here, I can never remember where I'm supposed to be going. Let's see, what else is going on? Oh, a couple people need to be sent some stickers, and I haven't done that. I haven't done that because I'm lazy. Maybe I'll do that this weekend. I don't know. I have not forgotten. You guys over there changing his fucking brakes or some shit. Oh, this is slippery. What should we do first? High pressure jambon? That's probably not how it's pronounced. I'm pretty sure that's Spanish. I don't know. Shit. They're really not bringing enough. Where'd my fucking quarters go, dude? Are you fucking kidding me? My bank is across the street. Think they can give me some quarters? Oh, the price has changed? What is that bullshit? Is that bank open? I wonder if they would just give me 25 cents. This is so dumb. This is so dumb. It was like a 10 of 5 and 5 ones, and she looked at me like I was crazy. And then I said, instead of 2 of the ones, can I get 8 quarters? She thought I was fucking with her. She looked at me like she didn't know how to do that. Huh. Oh my god. Let's wash this bitch off. Oh, so dirty. Gotta shut my visor in case anyone hears me. Make sure that all gets in there. Make sure you get water right in your ignition switch. You should also always get water on your chain because you want that bitch to roast. I bet Salad Fingers likes a rusty chain. Anybody remember Salad Fingers? Or is that beyond everybody's time? What do I want? What do I want? There's so many choices. Salad Fingers, yeah. If you don't know who that is, go ahead and take a moment to Google that. Watch the first 3 episodes and then come back. Tell me how Salad Fingers makes you feel. Alright, so what's going on? I actually did have a topic that I was going to talk about, and I wasn't just going to talk about Salad Fingers and wash my bike and go into the bank. That's just some things that's been on my mind lately, because some stuff happened at work recently that brought me back to something that a previous employer had said. And then at that stage of my life, I didn't understand it. And now, at this stage of my career, rather, I do understand it. Gotta go find a neighborhood to cruise so I can talk quietly. I want to talk about engineers and why there apparently is a theme that engineers always think they're right. I work in mechanical design. I've worked in mechanical design for probably 8 to 9 years now. Like recently my boss was working on something that didn't quite work out right, like perfectly. You know, he had some guys in the shop coming back to him because a bunch of parts that were supposed to fit together were not fitting together, you know, and so he was sitting there correcting it, and it brought me back to something that one of my previous employers told me. And that's that engineers always think they're right. And there was a time where I was trying to go to school for it, mechanical engineering, that is. And I got this kind of like an internship. It was a temporary job where I had to reverse engineer all these machines that this guy built, and they were all on like pencil drawings and stuff. But my boss was he had purchased a new piece of equipment, and the engineer who I assume he'd contracted to like come in and install it for him was arguing with him about something, about how the machine worked or something. I mean, apparently my boss saw something that was wrong, and the guy was fighting him about it. The guy was saying, no, I'm right. You know, I built the machine or whatever, I designed it, this and that. And so my boss, Tom, he came back up to the office and he looked at me and he was pretty frustrated. He's like, you know, engineers always think they're right. He's like, don't ever be like that. It's interesting because, like, my current boss, what he was going through the other day was just something he overlooked, right? But as an engineer, it's your job to do things right, okay? So when people bring shit back to you, you can't totally admit fault. You have to find little bits that maybe weren't right or didn't work out right, but you can't say, oh yeah, I f***ed that up. You can't really go there with it, and that's something I've learned throughout the years. I got pretty good at like bullshitting, really, is what it is. It's like if I was in charge of a design and something didn't go quite right, I could find some pretty good excuses. At least that would pacify the people that cared. So anyway, I mean, every engineer I've ever met does that, you know, except for like 1 or 2 that were just overachievers and never missed anything ever. You always have things that you miss or that you've actually done wrong, but you can't totally admit to it. And it's not that engineers are all liars. It's that, like, human nature is just to not always do shit right? So what makes that, in my opinion, what makes a good engineer is the ability to fix it fast. The reason engineers are always right is because they have to be. And like recently, when this is going on at work, it brought me back to what Tom said. That guy himself wasn't an engineer, and he didn't understand that, like, this guy who was contracted can't admit to him that he's not doing the job he was hired for as well as Tom wanted him to do it. I just think it's interesting how people will say things to you and that have an impact, and somehow you just kind of never really forget it. And even to that guy, like to Tom, he probably didn't even care. He probably doesn't remember even saying that to me. He probably doesn't even remember me, honestly. In fact, at my previous employer, my boss in that company, he was so good at it. So he'd give me basically things to design, and I would design them, and then he would go through and check them. And so it was kind of like half his fault if shit didn't work, but like, man, he was good at it. That guy had years of experience covering his ass. I don't know, man. He had such a good reputation. It was crazy. Anyway, that's all I have to say. So I'm going to find my way home because I don't really know where I am.